Local 4 News begins right.
In good health, when you think about breast implants, perhaps you picture stars like Pamela Anderson or Heidi Montag.
Well, think again. Doctors say many of the patients getting the surgery are more focused on the PTA than LA. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with one local mom's story.
Even in this bad economy, Americans spent more than $1 billion last year on breast implants. More than 300,000 women had the surgery, including lots of mothers and even grandmothers. And this isn't a decision that they're taking lightly. 41-year-old Amy says she's thought about getting breast implants since she was a teenager.
Went through having children. Obviously, they were worse after that.
But the tipping point for this mother of three came last year when she suddenly lost 20 pounds after a health scare.
After that point, I could not even fill out an A cup and just decided, on the one hand, I still have a lot of years left, but if I didn't do it now, then kind of what's the point?
Troy plastic surgeon Dr. Anthony Youn says Amy's story is actually pretty typical.
At least 1/3 of my patients are women who are over the age of 30 and who've had children, and all of a sudden their body is a bit different. And so they're trying to get closer to the body that they had before having children.
That's possibly what kind of made me decide to go ahead and do it, is other women that I saw that were my age that were doing it themselves as well.
Nationwide, 39% of the women who got breast implants last year were 35 to 50 years old. 9% were over 50.
I have seen a lot of grandmothers come in for plastic surgery. Either they're looking for some type of breast enhancement, whether it's a breast lift or breast implants, or they're looking for a tummy tuck.
Youn says the age of patients isn't the only thing going up. So is the size of the implants patients request.
The average implant size back in, say, 1988 was probably about 250 cc's. My average implant size today is 350 to 375 cc's.
But most women still want a natural silhouette.
It is extremely rare for somebody to come in and say, I want to look round, I want to look big, I want to be a double D or a triple D.
To help patients get the look they're hoping for, Dr. Youn is using a new machine called the Portrait 3D.
3D is all the rage in television and movies nowadays. Well, it's also the rage in plastic surgery.
The system scans the patient's body, creating a virtual representation that can then be adjusted to show different sizes and shapes of implants. Now, for the sake of TV, Amy wore a bathing suit top, but for a real scan, the patient wouldn't.
It really gives people a way to look at a computer screen and say, okay, this is how I'm probably going to look, and I'm either happy with it or I want to change things a little bit.
Doctors say the Portrait 3D gives a more accurate picture than simply trying on various sizes of implants. It's also a reality check for patients.
The way your breasts are shaped and spaced before the surgery, they're going to be the same after the surgery.
Amy's surgery is scheduled for April. She says for the first time, she's actually looking forward to swimsuit season.
I just decided that this is something that I needed to do for me, and I think sometimes when you do get to my age, you start thinking more that way and stop, worrying all the time about, what people are thinking.
Now, I cannot stress enough, plastic surgery is surgery, and it does have serious risks. You really need to do your homework, ask a lot of questions, and be sure your surgeon is board certified by the American Board of Plastic Surgery. Back to you.
All right, thank you, doctor. Now, experts say many women are actually surprised to learn that breast implants don't last a lifetime. In fact, Dr. Youn says he tells patients the implants come with a 10-year warranty, and at some point you will need surgery again to replace them, perhaps more than once. So that's also something to consider. Now, here's a look at what we're working on for tomorrow.